Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. This is Info Entertainment Reviews, your IER. So, again, thank all of you so much. I've been having such a wonderful time talking to all of you. You've all had such great comments, and there was one person actually made me laugh that mentioned something that basically put it in a great statement. It was funny, but not funny, of course. It gave me a good laugh because the way how this gentleman put it as a boiled egg. And you're definitely right. There's so much going on, and it is. Earth is so fragile, and you definitely made a statement on that one. So that was a good one. Thank you. And all of my viewers, you guys have been such a blessing. All of you have. And thank you guys, and it just, again, you all inspire me. And I really send my love to all of you out there. And I mean it. I'm dead serious, you guys. So thank you all. Now, check this out. I do apologize that this is a later update. And sorry if it's a little bit too noisy in the background. It's been rainy. It's been thundering. It's been lightning. And when I was going to do my 7-day forecast, which you're looking at now, I was actually getting ready to pull that through for you guys. And the next know it, with this weather that came in, not all the time do we get to see all this lightning activity. And so I was like, gosh, you know what? So I've been recording such wonderful footage for you viewers, and you guys are going to love when I get this uploaded. And it started to get calm. I'm sitting outside. I thought, it's beautiful. So me and my pup are sitting outside enjoying the cool air. And now it's picking up and it's starting to come down again. So we're getting another big batch of rain. And I had to actually go inside and change my clothes because I was even standing underneath my porch so I don't get zapped and cooked and stuff. And I got soaked because of the rain. Now you can hear that in the background, I hope, and beautiful. But so again, apologize for the late 7-day forecast. Not every day you get to see this lightning, and I got some really good footage for you guys. And this is out here in Arizona. You guys are gonna love it. So again, love you all and thank you so much. Let's get to it so I don't hog up you guys' time, because I know a lot of you want to go continue and check out other great channels on YouTube. So here it is, you guys. Full week 7 forecast. Now take a look over here. 5.0 magnitudes, and this was today. 5 earthquakes today that struck this area, you guys, since I did the previous update. So this was 8/10/2016, and look at all the activity happening there. 5.0 magnitude. I mean, this is crazy. Now also take a look here on 8/5/2016 with a 4.3, and then coming right here, take a look here on 8/4. 4 earthquakes, 6.1 magnitudes. And I remember over the time, the last few days when I was doing this, I was bringing a lot of this activity as well. And the rain is starting to pick up a little bit louder, but it's so beautiful, the sound of nature. And you know what sounds so good, ladies and gentlemen? Being a bachelor and just being home with the fam, taking care of my family, hanging out with my pet. You can never go wrong with a nice glass of ice cold wine. Oh, that sounds good. Much love, everybody. Now take a look here. 5.1 magnitudes, and this was just the other day. 2 of them that struck that area. Here's some single earthquakes at a 4.6 magnitude in Peru. And then coming up even further, take a look over here. 4.6 magnitude, and then sitting right here, another 4.6, and then coming up over here, 4.6s. Majority of these coming up towards the end are all 4.6s and 4.0s. But look at this, 2 right there, and this was yesterday's earthquakes. And then coming up over here, 4.6 magnitudes. So this last, and then including the batch of 3 here, 4.8 magnitudes. 3 of them that hit that location throughout the week. So a lot of activity, you guys. And then coming on down over here, look at Mid-Atlantic Ridge, 2 northern Mid-Atlantic Ridge in that area on the northern side. 5.1 magnitude earthquakes, following by 66 earthquakes that struck Puerto Rico with 3.9 magnitude earthquakes, you guys. And then following on up here, take a look here, 91 miles east-northeast of Santa Cruz das Flores, Portugal, 4.8 magnitude earthquakes. And now it's just a single one. Now take a look over here. West Virginia got hit, believe it or not. Take a look. This was on 8/6/2016, which I did pull up in my update. 2.3 magnitude. Of course, little, but still very new for Virginia. I have to tell you right now. Now, 24 earthquakes in 1 week. Ladies and gentlemen. Oklahoma. Now, let me double check on this one. This is showing me the date of 8/10, which is today of 2016. So hopefully I am correct. It was supposed to be the 4 week, but you guys, it's showing 8/10. So either it's gathering up the total of earthquakes that Oklahoma had today, but I know for sure that is the full week. Now 8/9. Take a look here. 5 earthquakes near Missouri. And these are 2.8 magnitudes falling up in California, right in between near. Look at this. 20 earthquakes, you guys, that just hit Menedero. 3.5 magnitude earthquakes. A lot of them. And remember how we were talking about those 11 earthquakes that struck California? Look at this, friends. 31 near Upper Lake, California. This is 1 week's worth. Look at this total. Again, you're getting a full 7-day forecast. 5.1ers. 31 earthquakes, you guys. What the heck? Unbelievable. That is a lot of activity. Upper Lake, California has been getting hit so much. And that one worries me because there's a fault. Part of the fault's actually cut right in through there. And then you got San Francisco. San Francisco, actually, what I found out, and many of you probably don't even know this, San Francisco, you guys, believe it or not, and through Los Angeles, did you know those areas actually sit like on a big sand pit? So that is certainly a very, very unstable area. And I never knew that. And when I found out, it's like, you got to be kidding me. I'm like, so it's definitely not a solid surface, that's for sure. 26. This has been an issue too. This is one I've been concerned about as well. Janesville, California, folks. 26 earthquakes, all ranging from 3.8s and 4.0s. And take a look for yourself. You guys are seeing the activity of what's going on. And now, and again, the USGS, they always take a couple numbers off. And like a great friend of mine, you are a sweetheart also, and you know who you are. And me and her have been talking, and like how we were talking about the USGS, and yeah, it's so crazy because with all the activity now, Yellowstone might be on the verge of a ticking time bomb. It literally is, and it's gonna be sooner. When you hear people say 50 years or 60 years from now, you guys, they're saying that so they don't scare nobody. They don't want to scare people in the world, because if everybody panicked, did you know everything could shut the world down if everybody was to panic and stop working? Because without us, you guys, in reality, put it in this perspective. Without us people, the government wouldn't be nothing. Did you know that? Government wouldn't be nothing because we're the ones that make them money. We're the ones that help run all these businesses throughout the world, doing what we all do in our daily lives, you guys. And they just don't want to scare people, but when they say 50 years or 20 years, don't believe them, because it's way sooner than we all think. And I've been really scared about Yellowstone as well. I'm not scared about just only nuclear weapons being set off by a massive mega earthquake, or even Yellowstone. If Yellowstone erupt, you guys, with the hot flames, and it would cover literally half of the United States, that I believe also is a high possibility that Yellowstone could trigger multiple nuclear weapons to get set off and do a domino effect as well. And I didn't think about that till just earlier, and it's like, wow, wait a minute. Even Yellowstone has a possibility of doing what a mega quake could do to nuclear weapons. I mean, you guys, it's just downright freaking creepy all the way. I mean, it freaks me out, but like I said, we all got to keep our feet grounded, you guys. But it's jacked up that they had to just do things this way. We don't need all this stuff. Sad. But look at that, 31 earthquakes, folks. And then take a look over here. Washington got hit with 4 within the week. Now you're looking at this, 2.6 magnitudes, and then following up over here, 2.5. And also, don't forget the 5 earthquakes that struck Missouri right there. I mean, a lot of activity, folks. Now, Alaska, look at Alaska's pattern. Alaska is getting hit so hard, and it is running right along the fault. The fault splits off like a V. You can see this little purple line coming through here, going up towards these 2 earthquakes, and 2 of them on each one hit. These are 2.7 magnitude there, and also a 2.6, but you can see the purple line. Now, where it cuts off in the V part, you can also see how it goes in through Alaska. Now, you guys, one thing to know about, many don't know, from Canada, all in this whole area, and all the way to over here to Greenland, did you guys know these are the most stable spots so far on this planet? A lot of people didn't know that, and I tell you, I would love to live in Canada or further out just because it's such a solid, stable area. Canada wouldn't really be affected by a mega earthquake disaster. Even if Yellowstone was to blow, as long as you're more out in the outskirts of Canada, a lot of people would be fine in that area. But still, caution, you know, you always still got to have caution. Now take a look in Alaska, 3.1 magnitudes. 13 earthquakes strike this area at 2.6s. 24 earthquakes, ladies and gentlemen, with 3.4s. Also following up with 8 of them at a 3.6. 5 of them with 3.1 magnitudes. And then coming on down further, 6 earthquakes at 2.5 magnitudes. 4 with 3.4s. And then here we go, ending at the tip, at the end of Alaska, Boulder Island, Alaska, with 3.4 magnitude earthquakes, you guys. There is so much going on. This is just insane. And then you have the 2.0 earthquakes that are going on as well. So quite a bit of activity, just a lot going on, friends. So much happening around the world. And what's just crazy, like I mentioned, look at the pattern. Look at this pattern. I'm going to turn this around for you guys and just look. You can just see how this pattern just runs all the way through. And then also take a look here. 4.7 magnitude, you guys. 2 of them that hit Russia. Russia is finally waking up with earthquakes. It was pretty quiet for a bit. Now Russia is waking up. And also, look where the faults run through there. You can just see it splits Russia right in half. You guys, it's like cutting through a piece of pie. That's the best way for me to put this. I mean, look at this. And then right there, we can see that V split off. It's very creepy when you really start putting it in perspective. And it just, but it's good to be aware, folks. If nobody knows, and especially me bringing you all this updates and everything else with all the other information. I mean, there's some information that a lot of people don't talk about, but I don't mind bringing to you guys. I want you folks to know. I want to know what's going on. I want to know for my safety. I just want to know, period, because you just don't know what's going to happen. And it's better to just basically be awake, be aware. It just kind of keeps us more ready for things to come, if you put it that way. And so, crazy. It's finally starting to quiet down. The rain has pretty much stopped. Very light. Little lightning. The winds have calmed. The skies just opened up, and there's so many clear spots in the skies. It's ridiculous, you guys. Very weird weather out here in Arizona. Unbelievable. A lot of you who know about CERN and all this other stuff, I really think that the weather is manipulated, and then some. Especially with all the chemtrails in the sky. Just, guys, I could go on and on for you viewers and just keep talking. So, but let me focus on these earthquakes for you guys. 6.3. Take a look here with a 6.3 magnitude. 2 earthquakes near Iwo Jima, Japan, which I was reading off earlier. 6.3 magnitudes, ladies and gentlemen. I think those are the 2 biggest earthquakes, and look it right into Mother Earth's plates. 4 near Pagan, Northern Mariana Islands that struck, and those are 5.1 magnitudes. And near South Korea, take a look. This is Habaru, Japan, east-southeast, 48 miles. 4.5 magnitude, which was a single quake. And also following on up 16 miles north-northwest, Belize, Philippines with a 4.6. And look at the cluster over here. and this is near Indonesia. Take a look. Philippines, Calabay, Philippines, ladies and gentlemen. 8 earthquakes at 5.4 magnitudes. That is a lot of activity. And continuing on, 3 of them in Saum Laki, Indonesia. 5.4 magnitudes with 3 of them, basically one after another, looking at a full week's of activity. And then we have 3 more that struck in this area, Indonesia, at 4.9, ladies and gentlemen. So quite a bit of activity going on in this area. 2 earthquakes near Bihar, Indonesia as well. And 5.0, 2 of them that struck that area within the week. I mean, a lot of activity, friends. And then continuing on with that 4.5, and take a look here. Looks like we got a pattern, and folks, again, right near these faults. If you notice, everything is happening along all these fault lines. There is so much activity, viewers. It's something is bound to give soon, and I hope nothing does, but it's too obvious. Mother Nature has gotten beat up. It is. All the nuclear testings, just everything, all the leaks from Fukushima and everything else. Florida, believe it or not, recently, not long ago, a couple months back, Florida, it came out where they were leaking radiation into the ocean, and it got hushed up very quickly. Nobody talks about that either, and I bet you it's still leaking the moment I'm speaking to you right now. I have no doubt about that. It got hushed up very quickly, and when you see videos and you see footage of fish, of all life forms, and you see that they're floating up dead, you guys, don't forget the first thing to think in your mind, the radiation that's leaked into the ocean. The ocean is sick. The ocean's dying off. It's scary. There's so much. I'll be bringing you some footage of that, of recent sea life, more of them, from dolphins, you name it. You guys, we're losing all of our life in the ocean. It's sad. There goes those 8 earthquakes that struck over there, and then 4.6 magnitude over here, just right near Afghanistan, Uzbekistan. If I pronounced that right, I apologize if I did not pronounce that right. That is a very strong, unique word there. Very cool word, I have to say. And right here, ladies and gentlemen, before we end it here on IER, 2 earthquakes right along near the Southwest Indian Ridge, and those are 4.9ers. And continuing on through, you guys, we went through all of these, and just look. Let me zoom out just a little bit, and just look at the cluster. Now, you guys want to see California with 1-pointers before we end this? Let's take a quick look. I want to show you guys this. The only reason I didn't do the 1.0s because there's so many that strike California, and it's just ridiculous. I mean, unbelievable, you guys. Tons and tons and tons of earthquakes, and my gosh, just so much going on. Let's take a look here. So those are 1.0s. Let's go ahead and get that updated. I'll pull that through real quick. This is the last 48 hours I'm going to be showing you. Look at this. Bam. And here we go. Here's what's mind-shocking. In the past, look at this. 76 earthquakes, you guys, near Upper Lake, California. Now, if that doesn't show enough with what's happening in that state, unbelievable. And right now, as I'm looking up in the sky too, as I'm talking to you guys, this is how weird the weather is out here. Unfreaking believable. It's clear. The weather literally cleared up, so you can definitely start seeing the stars and everything else. It just, I don't know. Mother Nature is very weird, and stay tuned in for later because I have such beautiful lightning footage to bring to all you viewers, and you're gonna all love that also. So again, you can take a look over here and just you can see the amounts of activity in California, and that's including a couple 1-pointers, but this is the main thing, you guys. You're just seeing it all right here at IER. Don't forget to thumbs up and share, you guys, and much love. Thank all of you. See you later on.